This is Clonmel, my hometown, a town of 22,000 people in rural Ireland. This is Cairo, a city of 20 million people. In October 2012, I moved from Clonmel to Cairo. Why did I make this move? I did so because I had begun to learn Arabic, but also because I had been lucky enough to make the acquaintance of this man, Ahmed El-Attar, Egyptian playwright, theatre director, and arts manager. Several months earlier, Ahmed had founded Downtown Contemporary Arts Festival, D-CAF, an independent, multidisciplinary arts festival. The festival takes place in downtown Cairo, a part of Cairo that is best known for Tahrir Square. When I moved to Cairo in October 2012, the city, and indeed the whole country, continued to undergo great upheaval and change. And indeed, over the course of the 2 years I spent in Egypt, the change continued. However, such images of conflict and political upheaval are often all that we see of the Middle East. Rarely do we see examples of creative exchange and dialogue, of ordinary people doing great things, of local projects that have the potential to be transformative. Today, you've seen some such projects from some of the wonderful speakers we've had. And I was lucky enough during my time in Cairo to participate in such a local initiative and to engage in true exchange of ideas, experiences, culture, and talents. So today, I want to take you on a journey from rural Ireland to downtown Cairo, introducing you to Downtown Contemporary Arts Festival and explaining why I believe cultural exchange is vital in letting us discover ourselves and the world around us, and also in allowing us to challenge our fears and to become familiar with the unfamiliar. My journey began in Clonmel, as I said. My parents chose to dedicate their lives to bringing high-quality art to their local community. Clonmel is an industrial town at the heart of rural Ireland. After running a theatre company for 11 years, in 2001, they founded the Clonmel Junction Festival, which became a lively forum for the people of the community to enjoy performing arts from Ireland and from abroad. More importantly, it became a space for young people in the community to see and experience great art, and also to become engaged in the process of creating art through the trainee program. I was 13 when the festival was founded, and through the years I've participated in it in almost every role, as a volunteer, as an audience member, as a participant in one of the arts projects, as a member of the box office team, and ultimately in later years as a member of the core organizational team. Ahmed El-Attar, on the other hand, is a critically acclaimed playwright and theatre director whose plays are amongst the most groundbreaking that have been produced in Egypt in recent years, and that have traveled across Egypt, the Middle East, Europe, and the US. This is his most recent play, The Last Supper. After working for a few years in Paris as a young man, but never losing touch with Egypt, Ahmed returned in 2005, and he and his wife and co-director Naveen Libyari founded Studio Emadidine Foundation, a rehearsal, training, and residency space for performing artists. Later, he took over the management of the Faliki Theatre at the American University in Cairo, and in 2012, he founded D-CAF. For several months, Ahmed and I communicated after the first edition of D-CAF in the spring of 2012. And ultimately, he invited me to come to Cairo that autumn to work as coordinator for the second edition of the festival in 2013. I was inspired by the mission of the festival that believes that a vibrant city requires a flourishing art scene, and that a flourishing art scene requires a high-quality forum for the presentation of the best in local and international arts production. The festival aims to inspire local artists to challenge their ideas and to look beyond what they know, thus inspiring them to create ever greater art themselves. Furthermore, the festival seeks to reinvigorate the city center of Cairo. Downtown Cairo, in recent years, has become infamous for traffic jams, for buildings in a state of disrepair, for sexual harassment, and for many other problems. However, it is a part of the city that is rich in heritage and history, featuring some beautiful architectural heritage. It was once the cultural and intellectual heart of the city, and in recent years, a vibrant community of young independent artists has made this part of the city their own. Thus, the festival has sought to reopen buildings that have been closed for years, to use theatres and cinemas that had fallen into disuse as the city centre declined, and to bring great art to public and semi-public spaces, thus showcasing the very best of the city's architectural heritage and landmark sites. There are many other organizations that have also been contributing in recent years to the revival of the city centre. The 2 years I spent working with D-CAF were by far the most stimulating and challenging of my life to date. They enabled personal growth on a level I've never known before. And ultimately, while I contributed my knowledge and my skills to the festival, I learned far more than I feel I could ever have given. Ahmed was an amazing person to work with and taught me so much, from grant management to contract negotiations to the most intricate production details for arts events. When I started with the festival, the team was small and unspecialized. But over the course of the 2 years I worked with Ahmed, we hired a team of young professionals, young graduates, most of them under the age of 26, like myself. And over the course of those 2 years, that team grew together and became increasingly specialized, with most of the teams led by young women. Indeed, most of the core staff were young women, whilst many of the men working on the festival worked on the production team. We constantly grew together, exchanging ideas and opportunities throughout the 2 years. By bringing a wide range of perspectives, including different cultural and also different social perspectives to the table, we were able to approach both challenges and opportunities with a variety of visions. Indeed, it wasn't just a learning experience, it was also a very joyful experience for me, because what I found was that we laughed constantly together. And what I loved most in Egypt was the fact that the humor was so similar to Irish humor, with its dark, self-deprecating tones. I'm now in the US studying for a master's. That was a difficult move because my heart remained in Cairo. It was so difficult leaving. But I have no doubt that I will be back again and again, starting from this summer. And indeed, I've already started to work on further exchanges. My friend and colleague Ahmed Mwafi came to work on the Clonmel Junction Festival in 2013, and in 2014 he was joined by 2 other colleagues, Yomna Osman and Omar Madkour. During his time in Ireland, Ahmed was somewhat adopted by my family as their Egyptian son, just as he had been a brother to me during my time in Cairo. Thus, like another Irish woman who went to Cairo more than 100 years ago, Lady Augusta Gregory, founder of the Irish National Theatre, I feel that my experience in Cairo will continue to inspire me and to challenge me throughout my life. Indeed, Lady Augusta Gregory met the Egyptian nationalist leader Ahmed Orabi in 1882 following the Orabi revolt. And when she returned to Europe, she became an outspoken advocate for Orabi and for the Egyptian cause. Later on, she was to become a leading figure in Irish cultural nationalism, founding the National Theatre as well as working on the Irish folklore revival. I too have been greatly inspired and will continue to work in Egypt for many years to come. More than ever, I believe that arts and culture are vital to any healthy society, but also that we in Europe need to challenge the way we look at the Arab world and the way we talk about other cultures in general. I think through cultural exchange, we may begin to challenge our ideas and to bridge the gap between our preconceptions and the reality, thus seeing the many different faces of any other society. Thank you.